Sometimes we have those moments in life where you think you're making the right decision, but you're really not. What I'm talking about here today is a specific moment that happened a few weeks ago, and it's been there, and I was kind of hemming and hawing it, but I wasn't really sure. And you'll never guess, but the issue at hand here is gymnastics. My daughter's wanting to go to gymnastics. Been balancing, do I really want to be able to say I can afford that? Do we really have the money? Is everything going to work out? Is this something I'm going to wish 3 months from now? Maybe we should just wait till later on when things solidify a little bit better, when there's a little bit less risk in saying yes to going gymnastics. And it's these little decisions that can really hold you up, especially depending on where you are at in your financial journey, whether you're working on maybe getting debt free and you're on the Dave Ramsey bandwagon like I was. That maybe, it's like, we just need to hunger down and sacrifice a little bit. And we'll do that on the other side of becoming debt free. Or we'll do that when life gets a little bit easier. But here's the deal that I learned, because the shortcut of what I did was I said yes. And I ultimately said yes with sometimes you just got to say yes and put your faith forward. By putting my faith forward, essentially what I'm saying is, everything will work out. And that's what I've been saying for the last year and a half. It will all work out. Now, I don't say that with maybe frivolous purchases, like going crazy on the patio or something like that with a bunch of patio furniture. But certain moments like that, where it's an investment in her life, her energy, our future, just kind of growing as a family, her growing through whatever she needs to grow through in gymnastics, those moments I've been trying to say yes to, and that's what I did here. Now, why is this important? This issue really isn't about gymnastics. What it's about is what I almost missed by not saying yes. So by saying yes to going gymnastics, our very first session, I was one that took my daughter. It's early morning on Saturday. Bunch of other dads there as well. And you might be able to take a guess on where this is going. But I met a dad at the first class of gymnastics. And over the last 2 months, we've become really good friends. Steve, if you're out there listening, I really appreciate you saying hello to me, because your friendship is something that I can't imagine living without now if I hadn't said yes. Because in those moments, we often don't know what's going to happen. But when we say no, we're actually robbing ourselves from the potential of life to show up in a way we can't even predict. And in those moments, that's where life can really take its own turns, where life experiences kind of can unfold in a way of like, wow, this is really cool. But all of that wouldn't have happened had I first not said yes to gymnastics in a kind of an uncertain time. To loop all this back together, I recently heard a great way to spell faith. R-I-S-K. And what a brilliant way to tie all of this back, and how sometimes we just need to have faith by taking a risk and seeing what happens. Now, there is a world where, if you believe in kind of the multiverse from Marvel world, there's a world where nothing would have happened. And on our 8th gymnastics class we're probably on now, nothing would have happened. But I've met Steven, and I met 2 other great dads that I've had great conversation with. And those conversations would never have happened if I hadn't said yes. So when we often close ourselves off to the risk and almost close off the ability for faith to show up in our life, we're actually robbing ourselves from our own ability to grow as we go forward. Because those are the moments when you put your faith in front of you, and you accept the risk, whatever is going to happen. That's usually when the universe is going to show up most powerfully. And it's in those micro moments that you have to be aware. You have to be calm enough. You have to have the courage to trust. You have to trust that you show up every day as this version of something that will attract from the universe. If you believe in the law of attraction, it will attract the people you need in your life if you put your faith forward. And so today, I just want to encourage you and maybe look at different moments in your life in the last few weeks, maybe. Where did you not accept faith? and not accept the risk and maybe close yourself off to really seeing the universe show up in a way that could have changed everything. Now, I don't know where my friendship with Stephen was going, but man, already I'm glad he said yes, and we've continued to hang out. And I'm excited for wherever it goes in the future. But again, I could never have had that moment had he not said, hey, how old's your kid? All of these moments can happen just at the split of a finger and change everything. So look in your life. Where are you not putting your faith forward? Where are you not accepting risk? And maybe, just maybe, you need to say yes and put your faith in the future. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow.